I'm curious to sort of hear something from you. Could you just be sort of wild and crazy for a second? Would that be okay? Is that something that comes normal to you? Not really. Okay. If you could suspend any sort of worry for a second, all right, and just be, there's the knock of the Grim Reaper out there. If you could suspend and be just crazy for a second, could you speak very loudly for me? Okay, just speak very loudly. Let's go back actually to the first one. Can we go back to the first one? Okay. And can you just speak that really loudly like a Shakespearean actor would say it?
Of course I can.
I knew you could. It's just waiting in there for you, okay?
Yes, it is.
Now, give me that very first line spoken like that. See, you are a wild and crazy guy. Okay? Here we go.
I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky.
Good. Now I want you to sing it just like that, all right?
All righty then.
Here we go.
I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer by. Too much.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry about that. See, you have a much bigger voice than what you think you do, okay? And you're sort of holding back on it to be expressive, and I don't want to contradict anything that your teacher might be saying to you, because they've done a terrific job with you, but there's a gigantic voice that's waiting in there. And you're sort of like, you got to think of yourself sort of like a semi-tractor trailer, okay? And you're sort of singing like a VW, okay? and the problem with being a tractor trailer is that you can do a lot of collateral damage when you try to parallel park. You can just wipe out cars on either side of the road if it doesn't go exactly right, okay? It sort of comes with the territory. And I think that if you started to play around with this a little bit, I think you'd be surprised what you actually have. It's a really fine instrument. I mean, it's a really first class voice, okay? And if you can start to manage how to drive this truck that you have, you know, it'll be pretty awesome. And if you really don't, you know, you sort of indicated that you had a hard time being wild and crazy. I don't see that at all. I think if you were unleashed and allowed yourself to be unleashed, I don't think you'd have 1 ounce of trouble being big, because I think that's what you are. Okay, and half of singing is all about figuring out what you really are and then acting on that. Okay, that's a nice voice. I hope you really work at it. Okay.
Thank you.
Keep going. That's terrific. Okay.